The average American will spend $680,000 on vehicles over their lifetime. The average millionaire, $390,000. Same 40-year working life. One just figured out something at age 25 that the other never learned, and I'm about to show you exactly what it is. My name is Jonathan. I spent decades in banking, sitting across the desk from people signing car loans, and I watched the same pattern destroy families over and over again. Here's the thing though, these weren't dumb people. They weren't reckless. Most of them were hardworking, responsible, doing everything they thought they were supposed to do. But somewhere along the way, they got convinced that a $700, $900, $1,200 monthly car payment was just normal. Part of being an adult, the cost of reliable transportation. And by the time they figured out what was really happening, they were 15 years deep and couldn't find the exit. So today I'm going to show you 3 things. How dealerships manipulate you into thinking you can afford something you can't. The negative equity trap that keeps you stuck forever. And most importantly, what to do if you're already caught in this cycle right now. I'm going to follow 2 guys, Ryan and Graham. Same age, same income, same starting point. But their lives end up in completely different places. And the only difference? One small decision they made at 25 years old. Let me introduce you to Ryan. He's 25, makes about $65,000 a year. He walks into a dealership because he needs a vehicle for work. He sees this truck. Beautiful. $58,400 sticker price. Salesman comes over, friendly, asks the question, what monthly payment are you comfortable with? Ryan thinks about it. Maybe $800 a month? Salesman smiles. Let me see what I can do. He comes back. Good news, with the extended warranty, paint protection, and a 7-year term, I can get you into this truck for $941 a month at 8.2%. Ryan does quick math in his head. That's only $141 more than his target. He just got a small raise at work. He can make it work. He signs. Ryan drives off the lot thinking he just bought a $58,400 truck. He didn't. He agreed to pay $79,044 over 7 years, but he never calculated that number. He was focused on the monthly payment. Now, let me introduce you to Graham. Same age, same income, same day actually. He walks into the same dealership. He sees the same truck Ryan just bought. Looks nice. He talks to a salesman. Salesman asks, what monthly payment are you comfortable with? Graham says, I don't care about the monthly payment. What's the total cost? What's my interest rate? How much depreciation am I eating the second I drive off this lot? Salesman shifts in his seat, not used to these questions. Well, with the 7-year term at 8.2%, the total comes to about $79,000. Graham does the math. This truck loses 20% of its value the moment he leaves the lot. So he'd be paying $79,000 for something worth maybe $47,000 by the time he gets it home. And by year 3, he'd be underwater. He thanks the salesman and leaves. Graham goes to a used car lot instead. He finds a Honda Civic, 3 years old, 80,000 miles. Clean title, $14,500. He finances $12,500 over 4 years at 6%. His payment, $294 a month. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Graham knows that Ryan's paying $941 a month. So Graham does this. He pays his $294 car payment, then he takes the other $647 and puts it straight into an S&P 500 index fund. Every single month. Automatic transfer. Ryan is spending $941 on a truck. Graham is spending $294 on a car and $647 on his future. Same total cash leaving their accounts. Completely different outcomes. Fast forward to year 4. Ryan's truck needs new tires. $1,800. He doesn't have it. Credit card. Graham's Civic needs a clutch. $900. He pulls it from his emergency fund and replaces it next month. I had a client once, I'll call her Jessica, who told me something that stuck with me. She said, Jonathan, I've been making car payments for 11 years. I've never missed one, but somehow I owe more now than when I started. That's what happens when you focus on the monthly payment instead of the total cost. The system is designed to keep you paying forever. Year 7 arrives. Ryan makes his final payment. He's thrilled. The truck is finally his. It's worth about $23,000 now. He spent $79,044 to own something worth $23,000. That's $56,044 in pure wealth destruction. Graham paid off his Civic 3 years ago. He's still driving it. Still runs fine. It's worth maybe $8,000. But here's the thing. He's been investing that $647 every single month for 7 years. His investment account? $67,419. Year 7 comparison. Ryan spent $79,044, owns $23,000 truck, invested $0, net position negative $56,044. Graham spent $14,500, owns $8,000 car, invested $67,419, net position Positive. $60,919. That's a $116,963 difference in just 7 years. Same income, different philosophy. And here's the counter argument I know you're thinking. But Jonathan, I need a reliable vehicle for work. I can't risk a beater breaking down. Fair, and I'm not saying buy junk. A 3-year-old Camry with 35,000 miles is still under warranty and costs 40% less than new. That's not a beater. That's just not buying new. But here's where Ryan makes his biggest mistake. Year 7. Ryan's truck is paid off. He should be celebrating, but he's tired of it. It's 7 years old now. His buddy just bought a brand new F-150. Ryan wants something fresh. He goes back to the dealership. They pull up his truck's value. Your trade-in is worth $23,000, but we've got this beautiful new model for $68,000. With your trade-in, you're only financing $45,000. Payment would be $750 a month for 6 years. Ryan thinks that's actually less than my old payment, and I get a brand new truck. He signs. Graham, on the other hand, is still driving his Civic. Year 10 now, 180,000 miles. Still runs. He's investing $941 a month now. His full car payment goes straight to investment since his car is paid off. Year 10. Ryan's new truck needs a transmission. $8,500. His warranty expired last year. Credit card at 22% interest. I had another client, David, who came to me after 25 years of car payments. Never once owned a vehicle free and clear. His daughter got into her dream college. He had nothing saved. She took out $152,000 in student loans. When I showed him he'd paid $267,000 in car payments over those 25 years, he broke down. Those truck payments cost his daughter her financial future. Year 15 arrives. Ryan is on truck number 3 now. He traded in truck number 2 at year 12 because he was underwater and rolled negative equity into truck number 3. His current payment? $1,050 a month. He owes $48,000 on a truck worth $37,000. He's trapped. Graham is still driving reliable used cars. He upgraded from the Civic to a used Tacoma at year 12 for $18,000 cash. His investment account has been growing this whole time. Year 15, comparison. Ryan, total spent on vehicles, $142,000. Current vehicle value, $37,000. Negative equity, $11,000. Invested, $0. Net position, negative $116,000. Graham, total spent on vehicles, $32,500. Current vehicle value, $14,000. Invested, $941 per month for 15 years at 9%. That's $319,897. Net position, positive $301,397. That's a $417,397 difference in 15 years. And get this, the average car loan term is now 68 months. Back in 2002, it was 48 months. They've trained people to think 6-year car loans are normal. Like that's just how it works now. But here's what most people don't realize. It's not just about the money you're spending, it's about the life you're not able to live. Ryan is 40 now. He's been making car payments for 15 years straight. His marriage is stressed. He and his wife fight about money constantly. He can't switch jobs because he needs a steady paycheck to cover his $1,050 monthly payment. He hasn't taken a real vacation in 6 years because there's never anything left after the bills. His kid just turned 16, wants to go to college in 2 years. Ryan has nothing saved. Not because he doesn't make good money, he does. It's all just gone into vehicles that lost value the moment he bought them. Graham is 42. He quit his corporate job last year to start his own business. He could take that risk because he had $320,000 in investments as a safety net. The business is doing well, he's making more money, and he actually enjoys his work now. When his kid turned 16, Graham wrote a check for a used car, $6,000. Reliable, safe, done, no loan, no payment. Just solved the problem and moved on. Here's what car payments steal from you that nobody talks about. The ability to take risks. Ryan can't start that business he's been dreaming about. Can't take a pay cut for a better career. Can't move for a better opportunity. The $1,050 payment traps him. The ability to weather storms. Ryan's AC broke last summer. $3,200 repair, credit card, medical emergency with his daughter. $4,800 deductible, credit card. One unexpected expense and his whole financial life collapses. The ability to build wealth. Ryan isn't investing, isn't saving, isn't buying assets that appreciate. He's sending $1,050 a month to pay for something that loses 15 to 20% of its value every year. The ability to help the people he loves. Can't help his kid with college. Can't help his parents when they needed it last year. Can't even help himself. Graham, on the other hand, has options. His money buys him freedom, peace of mind, the ability to make decisions based on what he wants, not what he can afford. Let's take this all the way to retirement. Age 65. Ryan is still making car payments. He's on truck number 6. His current payment is $1,200 a month because trucks are more expensive now and he's been rolling negative equity for 40 years. He can't afford to retire. He'll work until he physically can't anymore. Over 40 years, Ryan spent $683,000 on vehicles. His current truck is worth $28,000. He has nothing invested. His net position from all those vehicle decisions? Negative $655,000. Graham is retired. He spent $234,000 on vehicles over 40 years. Reliable used cars, paying cash, occasional repairs. His current vehicle is worth $12,000. But that $600 a month difference between what Ryan spent and what Graham spent, Graham invested it at 9% returns for 40 years. That's $2,847,000. His net position? Positive. $2,625,000. 40-year comparison. Ryan spent $683,000, owns $28,000 truck, invested $0, still working at 65. Net, negative $655,000. Graham spent $234,000, owns $12,000 car, invested $2,847,000, retired at 60, net positive $2,625,000. That's a $3 million difference. Same starting point, same income. One just understood something at 25 that the other never learned. Here's what I wish I could go back and tell every single person who sat across from me signing those loans. That truck doesn't make you successful. It makes you look successful. And looking successful while being broke is the fastest path to being broke forever. Nobody at the stoplight is impressed. Nobody at your office thinks you're rich because of your truck. The only people who care about your truck are you, the dealership, and the bank. And in 30 years, when Graham is on a beach in Thailand and Ryan is still working because he can't afford to quit, that truck won't feel worth it. You're not choosing between a nice car and a cheap car. You're choosing between two different lives. Ryan's life, working until 70, constantly stressed, can't help his kids, trapped by payments. Graham's life, retired at 60, sleeps well at night, set his kids up for success, free to make decisions based on what he wants. That's the real choice. Everything else is just marketing.